In DC Comics, Batman is the world's greatest detective. His remarkable deductive reasoning skills allow him to make connections and solve crimes faster than anyone else on the planet. But his gift comes at a cost. He constantly suffers from anxiety. Batman has backup plans for his backup plans. He has shown that he is prepared for anything and everything. He even famously made detailed contingency plans to defeat every member of the Justice League should the occasion arise, even himself. Although the Dark Knight doesn't show many outward signs of being stressed, his mental anguish has been hinted at in comics, and at times extensively discussed. Batman doesn't like his life. He doesn't enjoy the sleepless nights, the constant obsession over every detail relevant to his investigations. In a sense, we are all Batman. We obsess over details. We overwhelm ourselves with information because the idea of not doing so is terrifying. Batman comics in particular tend to cover mental health related content, often regarding fear, loss, and anxiety. Numerous stories depict the Caped Crusader as an inherent contradiction. He is a man suffering from the trauma and fear from his childhood, but is also a guardian that uses fear to fight evil. On one hand, he is debilitated by fear, and on the other hand, he embraces it. But Batman also reminds people to fight fear. He encourages strength and bravery, making him, like Superman and Wonder Woman, a symbol of hope. Batman comics with mental health-based themes include Batman Ego, Batman by Tom King, Batman the Court of Owls, and Dark Knight, A True Batman Story, which is a visual memoir by Paul Dini. The last one I like in particular because it connects the myths behind superheroes to the real world. After a traumatic experience, Dini begins losing hope in comic book characters, seeing fiction as pointless when compared to the harshness of reality. But eventually his perspective changes, and he ends up valuing storytelling more than he ever had before. It's a really good read, trust me. Batman doesn't show outward signs of anxiety. In nearly every situation, he is calm and collected, keeping his sights set on the goal of his mission. He plays the role of the leader, the all-knowing hero that has complete faith in himself. But I don't buy it. He wouldn't be conceiving all of these contingency plans if he wasn't scared. He wouldn't regularly push away people close to him like Robin, Alfred, and Catwoman if he didn't worry. Ultimately, although there is a vast mythology surrounding the character, the Dark Knight is still just a man. According to the World Health Organization, around 4% of the global population suffers from an anxiety disorder. That's over 320 million people. It's no surprise that this number is so high in the digital age, in a time where our brains are constantly trying to process endless amounts of information in an ever-changing world with a widening wealth gap. Admittedly, there's not a whole lot that I can do, but I'd like to do something. In the description of this video, I've attached links to numerous online resources for coping with anxiety. They range from CBT-based apps to general information surrounding symptoms you or someone you love may be experiencing. Cognitive behavioral therapy is an effective method for combating anxiety, as it focuses on adjusting behavior as well as thinking patterns. Meditation is another common method for dealing with anxious thoughts. It's a method that was pioneered in ancient India and is even more prominent now. Hopefully the resources I've attached are helpful in some way or another. Cut.